Okay.
And welcome back to Shady Acres Park. This is Lee Hayes along with Paul Schulze and all of our technical work. Appreciate all the work that he's done. Appreciate the opportunity to be with you here for this Babe Ruth District Tournament from Trenton, Tennessee. It's the Northwest District Tournament. Top 3 teams from here will advance to the state tournament, which we played in Decatur County, or excuse me, in Benton County starting next week, the 17th. I'm assuming when it says Benton County that would be played in Camden, but it will be in Benton County. But folks, we got a good one going here. Lake County has just taken a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 5-4 lead over Trenton, and here we are, top of the 7th inning, and Trenton is going to have the leadoff batter up. Timothy Field starting up. So the 1, 2, and 3 up in the Trenton order start off this top of the last inning. 7 inning ball game in Babe Ruth baseball. So this is it. Unless we can get a tie out of it and continue on. Timothy Fields, Mateo Anderson, and Drew Powell will be the first 3 up. As Timothy Fields takes ball 1 high and tight. Hayden Smith came in to pitch in that last inning, and he's out there again for his 2nd inning of work. And Timothy Fields takes another one high. 2 balls, no strikes to Timothy Fields. Hayden Smith, as we told you, came in. This is 2nd inning of work, but he's throwing heat. Another inside. Timothy Fields, 3-0. After that one is taken inside from Hayden Smith. Another pitch, taken inside, and that's a leadoff walk for Timothy Fields, and that's the tying run on first base. Timothy Fields in this ballgame was 1 for 3. He had singled his last time up. He's on base now at leadoff walk, and that's the tying run at first base. Fakes to second. Mateo Fields at the plate takes first pitch for strike 1, calls strike 1. Mateo, his last at bat, flied out to the shortstop. On the day, he is 1 for 3. He fouls that one off into the catcher's mitt. So no balls and 2 strikes to the 2-hole hitter Mateo Anderson with the tying run at first base in Timothy Fields. Hayden Smith from the stretch. Runner going from first. There's the throw down to second, and Timothy Fields going to be in there easily. Timothy Fields gets the stolen base, puts the tying run at second with no outs. That pitch to Mateo Anderson was taken high. So it was a good pitch for the catcher to work with. So Timothy Fields with good wheels and a good jump. He never had a chance to throw him out at second base. So here we are, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mateo Anderson. Tying run on second base, and Timothy Fields and Hayden Smith on the mound, working from the stretch with no outs in the top of the 7th inning. Timothy Fields getting a big lead there. Boy, he had a huge lead. Finally, the second baseman came over and drew him back. They're going to keep him a little bit closer than he was. It was a good secondary lead. Mateo Anderson with a big swing for the 3rd strike. He goes down swinging for the first out of this ball game. So Timothy Fields still at second. He's getting a big lead out there. But they're going to play him a little bit closer. Hayden Smith working from the stretch. This is the number 3 hitter, Drew Powell, as Smith bluffs the throw back to second base, runs Timothy Fields back. Drew Powell, as we told you, the number 3 hitter, he was hit by a pitch his last time up. That one's over his head, and Timothy Fields is going to go to third and make it easily. Without a throw. Nothing you can do on those. No chance for the catcher. That was way up high to Drew Powell. So 1 ball, no strikes to Drew Powell, and now the tying run is at third base in the person of Timothy Fields. And they've got a lot of wheels, so anything will happen. He's getting a great secondary lead. Drew Powell swings at the second pitch, fouls it out. And out of play to work to count to 1-1 with 1 out. Hayden Smith is throwing some heat, folks. He's come in, second inning work. He's a big kid. He's come in throwing hard. There's another foul straight back by Drew Powell. Fouls that one off the screen back into the field of play. Timothy Fields still stands at third base, and he at third base represents the tying run in this top of the last inning, unless we can get something going here. We foul up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a ball inside to Drew Powell as he takes that one inside. Runs count to 2-2. We told you Drew was hit by pitches last time up. Scored a run on the day. He is 0 for 2, but does have that hit by pitch. 2-2 pitch on the way, taken down the way. And he took it and was called as ball 3 for the home plate umpire. So that's going to look to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Drew Powell with Hayden Smith on the mound. Adams up by ball 4. So Drew Powell works him for a walk. On a 3-2 pitch, it's up high. It's going to put runners at first and third as we're going to get a chat from the coach for Lake County with his pitcher. Smith has come in and has done a good job. He's thrown hard. But
you talk about the score and who's who? Can you talk about the score?
You see the scoreboard there in your picture. We are playing at Trenton as we told you, but home and visiting team has decided by a flip of a coin in these tournaments. And so that's the reason that Lake County is represented as a home team on the scoreboard by virtue of flip of a coin at the beginning of this ballgame. So we're in the top of the 7th inning. Trenton with the tying run on first, potential go-ahead run on tying run on third, potential go-ahead run on first in the person of Drew Powell. And we've got cleanup batter, Russell Carlton up at the plate. Pitch outside to Russell Carlton. Catcher indifference there as Drew Powell's going to pass to second base. Just a good job by the catcher to start the ball. But now we've got the tying run at third and potential go-ahead run at second. And the cleanup hitter, there's a ground ball to the right side, and that's all right. That's going to get around home. They're going to call him safe at first base. And I think the reason is Carlton is going to make it all the way to third base, so the ball is being chased around the field. So I'm not sure if we got to look at that at first base, but
Yeah, I did.
But the call made at first base, so the runners on second and third. Now we're going to have umpires discuss this and see what happened here. But what had happened was runners at second, third, and his ground ball at second baseman. And it was a little bit wild of a throw to first. And first baseman came off the bag. Umpire never saw him get back to the bag. So the runner was called safe at first. One run, which was a tying run, would have scored anyway if the ball hit to the right side. But as the umpire, or as the first baseman stood there in disbelief at the umpire's call, heads up running by Drew Powell. He saw that the first baseman wasn't paying attention, was just holding the ball. So he takes off from third base and scores the go-ahead run. And another heads up play as the ball gets away. That's a line drive over the first baseman's head right down the line. That's going to be gone for a hit. So Jacob Tiller comes up with a big hit. To score another run for Trenton, as Carlton's going to score from third base. We were telling you, Carlton with heads up running as that ball got into the fence from the throw from first base to the catcher. Now we're going to have a pitch and change as coach comes out for the second visit of the inning. Carlton did a good job. As that throw from first baseman to the catcher got away into the fence, Carlton takes off and big hustle around the bases there. He's got some wheels, his long legs. He gets all the way to third. Tilly comes up, and Tilly with the line drive over the first baseman's head, so he gets an RBI out of that. So 3 runs are in for Trenton. So very quickly we go from a 5-4 deficit for the visiting team for playing on their home field to a 7-5 lead here in the top of the 7th. Tilly's going to be at first. Trenton's going to lead by 2. And up next for Trenton is going to be Miguel Anderson. We're going to have a new pitcher here. Let's see who we're going to have. As Hayden Smith will have to come out of the ballgame. This is going to be the first baseman coming in to pitch. That's Landon Hooker. I think is who this young man is. We'll double check his number. Number 8.
Number 8.
It's not Hooker. That's going to be Hunter Cashin. So Hunter Cashin is going to be a new pitcher for Lake County in this ball game. He comes in for the 7-5 deficit. As we told you, we're about to tell you, Miguel Anderson is going to be at the plate. Miguel on the day is 1 for 2. Also has a base on balls. He's got 1 RBI. He flied out to the second baseman. Hit a shot into right center for his only hit on volume. Trenton's still trying to score some more runs. You can never have too many runs when you're the visiting team and the other team's got another shot. And it's not over until that last out is made. So anything can happen. You want to get as many runs as you can. That's exactly what's going to happen. Carson with the pitch. That's Addison. He blasts one. Straight away center field. That's not going to be a home run. Might have a good angle at that from that camera. But Anderson blasts one, but it bounces over for a stand-up double for Miguel Anderson here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a big hit. Didn't score any runs, but it takes the force away. So with 1 out, you've got Tilly at third base, and you've got Miguel Anderson with a lot of speed at second base on that double. And you've got Hunter Keithley, who is coming up to bat. And another pitching visit here. I think they're going to say this is a medical visit. It looks like he may have a blister or cut or something on his hand. So they're going to get some attention and check Cashin out and see what's going on with that young man's hand.
Hey, you getting something? Water.
The only flies just keep quiet out of it. Water.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we got another break in the action as we go to Cashin getting the hand looked at by the coaching staff over in the third base dugout. What an inning. This has been a big inning for the Trenton All-Stars. Started off with leadoff batter, Timothy Fields coming up. Fields drew that base on balls, stole second. Second batter was Mateo Anderson. Mateo Anderson struck out, but then things broke loose as Drew Powell drew a 1-out walk. The runners on first and third. And then Carlton hit one line drive over the first baseman's head, scored a run, 2 runs off of that, and ended up at third base Then Tilly got a base hit and scored. Carlton from third base. Then Miguel Anderson comes up, bounces one over in dead center field at 310 foot. So we've got runners on second and third with one out. Cashion's still in the ballgame. I don't know if there's a blister or a cut on his finger, but they doctored him up a little bit, and he's back on the land. They gave him some warm-up pitches or pitches just to test him. He's still wiggling that finger, so there's something on his hand. But runners on second and third, Trenton now up 7-5. And Hunter Keithley is on for his second at bat. That's a ground ball slowly third base, and third baseman couldn't come up with it, and nobody recovered third base. As the shortstop is backing up to play there, so Miguel Anderson with a heads-up play takes third. And Hunter Keithley comes up with an RBI. I think we're going to give Keithley a hit on that. The ball was hit slow. Third baseman didn't come up clean with it, but Keithley was hustling down the line. He would have beaten it out anyway on that slow hit ball. Give Keithley a hit, an RBI, scoring Tilly from third. Give Miguel Anderson third base on a heads-up play. His shortstop was backing up the third baseman, so nobody was there to cover. Miguel Anderson just beat him to third base. And Hunter Keithley ended up at first, and now he takes second base on catcher's indifference. So we're back to where we were. Second and third with one out. That's a fly ball in the center field off the bat of Autry. Catch by the center fielder, Miguel Anderson takes the third, and he's in place for the run. And Keithley is going to go into second on the throw to home plate. So Miguel Anderson on that fly ball. That's Nathan Autry, by the way. Nathan Autry is second at bat of the ball game. He's going to get the RBI. And fly ball to center field. One's going to score. Keithley's going to advance to third. So now, with that RBI by Keithley, we're looking at a 9-5 ball game with Trenton leading here in the seventh inning after scoring 5 runs here in the top of the seventh. And folks, it ain't over yet. We've got another runner on third base. That's Hunter Keithley at third base. And Austin Workman is back. And Austin Workman, folks, is simply 3 for 3 on the day. He's an effort at that low and outside pitch, fouls it off into the parking lot over the first base dugout. Austin Workman is at 1-1 count. Austin Workman, as we told you, he's 3 for 3 on the day, and all 3 of those have been shots between second and shortstop as he takes strike 2. Shortstop, surprisingly, after the way Workman and Ray has hit the ball, shortstop is still playing, shading up the middle a little bit, with the third baseman quarterly batting, with Keithley being there. It's a pitch outside. Workman too close to take, so Workman gives it an effort, fouls that one off.
Oh, thank you.
As Workman fouls that one off. In the same way, he's just trying to stay alive up there. Didn't like the pitch, stick your bat out there, foul it off into the parking lot, live to see another day. But they're too close to take, so Austin doing a good job. As we told you, he's 3 for 3, and all 3 of those have been between short and third base. Shortstop and third base, and third base covering and holding the runner there. Shortstop shading a little bit towards second base. That's a big hole there. Austin Workman takes that one high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Trenton third baseman. There's a pitch from Cashin, and that one's just did all they could do with it. When they got some wood on it, pitch was low and outside. They tried to go with the pitch. Nice job of find it off and find it off and find it off. And had to go with that one too close to take. But he lined it to the first baseman for third out of this top of the 7th inning. But the damage is done. Trenton comes away with 5 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base, and it comes to or die time now for Lake County as they trail in this ball game.
So where is everybody?
By a score of 9-5. See, and as we told you, the winner of this ball game doesn't come back until tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So they get a nice little break out of this. Loser comes back and plays at 5 o'clock today against Dresden, who lost Thursday night. So winner of this one, a lot at stake with this last half of the 7th inning. The winner of this ball game is automatically going to qualify for the state tournament. It's one of the top 3 teams in the district because they'll advance to the finals of the winners bracket. They're also going to get the rest of the day off and out of this heat. And they're going to preserve some of their pitching by not having to play another ball game today and pitching and come back intact tomorrow for that winners bracket ball game. We already know who's going to be there. Union City is sitting there waiting. They're just waiting to see who's going to come out of this half of the bracket. Union City is in the finals of the winners bracket by virtue of its 3-0 win over North Gibson last night in a good ball game. Good pitcher's ball game. So Union City awaiting the winner of this one, and that again will be at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon from right here at Trenton City Park. We have another pitching change for Trenton in this top of the 7th inning. Drew Powell did a great job. He did give up 1 run in that inning, but he did a very good job at Lake County holding the 1 run in 4 innings. But here to close out in the 7th, and comes in with a 4-run lead. Coming in from shortstop is going to be Timothy Fields. And Drew Powell is going to go to the shortstop position. So Timothy Fields is on. It wouldn't be a save opportunity because of 4-run lead. But he's here to close it out for Trenton, try and get this bunch of young men into the finals of the winners bracket game, which will be played tomorrow, and we'll have that ball game for you also. But leading it off for Lake County in this bottom of the 7th, and it's do or die. We've got Cardwell and Hooper, and then 9 and 10 batters in the order, and then up to the top with the leadoff man, Ishmael Young. So Zach Cardwell, Landon Hooper, and then Ishmael Young, the first 3 batters for Lake County, trying to avoid this losers bracket here at the district. Timothy Fields on the pitch, as we told you, for Trenton. First pitch from the windup, down just a little bit low for ball 1 to the Cardinal. Fields again from the windup. It's a little outside. Ball 2 to the number 9 hitter Cardwell. Fields. Oh, he's swinging there by Cardwell. Just had him move on the pitch. Simple as that. High-speed pitch to Fields. Cardwell was way out in front of it. Ball got by the catcher. Does not matter, no runners on base, but the runner did go. 2 balls and 1 strike. The scoreboard was showing at 3-0. Even though that's not the case because he did swing. That's a called strike too by the home plate umpire. So count on the batter goes to 2 and 2 instead of 3 and 1 as the scoreboard shows. Here's the pitch from Fields, ground ball to Workman, and the catch on up from the He fellas there to back him up. Let's see what happens with the throw. He fell there to back him up, but that was a ground ball to Workman. He just couldn't come up clean with it. That'll bring an error on the third baseman, and Cardwell will reach on that error, and that will bring up
Hey, who got back?
Landon Hooker for Lake County. Landon Hooker's the second baseman. His last time up, he struck out. First time up, he had an RBI single. Good credit that one as the runner goes from first. Another chance there. So good wheels by Cardwell as he's going to take second easily. That's going to eliminate the force play for Lake County. The runner at second base in scoring position. But Hooper, as we told you, struck out its last time up. But had an RBI single in that 4-yard third inning as he fouls one. That's going to get out of play. Nathan Autry out in left field, never had a chance at that as it did get out of play. So Hooper fouls that one off. It's going to bring the count to 1-1. Timothy Fields on the mound for Trenton, as we told you. Trenton with that 9-5 lead. Lake County trying to cut into it, and they've got the leadoff runner on base at second with no outs here in the bottom of the last inning. The number here, 10 hitter Landon Hooker at the plate is 1 for 2 in the ball game today with an RBI. There's a pitch by Fields, slow. That's an off-speed pitch by Fields. Give Hooker credit there for waiting back on that. He waited and waited and waited and then swung, and then he was out in front of it and fouled it down the third baseline. 0-2 count to Hooker. Fields ahead in the count. Hooker, the number 10 batter, as we told you. Runner at second base. That's going to be high. Taken by Hooker up the over his head for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next batter up for Lake County, it's going to be Young. That's the leadoff man, Ishmael Young. A lot of wheels there, and he's flied out to first base, flied out to shortstop, and got on base with a base hit as Hooker fouls another one off on the third base. Hooker hanging tough up there. Found a couple of pitches off with 2 strikes. And got a ball thrown in there, so he's still at 1 ball and 2 strikes against Timothy Fields. But I told you, next up is the leadoff batter for Lake County, so they're back up in the meat of their order as well. We got to get some outs here for this Trenton Babe Ruth All-Star team. Another pitch to Hooker. It's up over his head. Fields, he's trying to fool him instead of just coming and getting him. Can't get that off-speed pitch, that changeup to drop in there. That's a fastball. Oh, he can turn on that one. He turned on that one and hit a line shot right over the top of the third base dugout. Folks, if you do that, you turned on it. The fastball from Fields. Still a 2-2 count to Hooker with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on second base. There's another foul ball. Hooker hanging tough. He fouled, what, 6 pitches off up there to hang tough. And he'll be that first out of this last inning. So he's done a good job fighting off and hanging tough off there. That runner at second base is Cardwell, as we told you. He reached the wall. There's a ground ball to the pitcher, and pitcher doesn't come up clean with it. And the covers gets out at first base, hold on to it as you got that 1-1 don't mean anything. But ground ball from Hooker to the pitcher. Fields didn't come up with it clean, but he had plenty of time to get Hooker at first base. Good hustle there by Cardwell to get the third. So, we got a 1 out, bottom of the 7th, runner on third and Cardwell, and we got the leadoff batter up, which is Ishmael Young. First pitch to Young. That's going to be a ground ball, third base run. They'll never throw him out at first. Not with his release. So that's a run scoring RBI single for Ishmael Young, which is big in this ballgame. Bardwell scores. That's just a slow hit roller down the third baseline. Austin Woodman did everything he could, but the wheels that Ishmael Young has, there was no way that they were going to throw him out. So, still got a 3-run ball game. Barger is going to be at the plate for Lake County with 1 out here, and Young at first base. Fastball by Kennedy Fields, swing and a miss by Barger. Barger is last at bat, struck out swinging. On the day today, he's 1 for 3. He's got a ground out to shortstop. Struck out as he punches one in the right field. And there's the play by the right fielder, Keithley. Keithley will go back to first, but not in time. Hey, it's all right. We'll trade that every day. That's another out. That's the second out of the inning. So good job by Hunter Keithley there on that fly ball by Barger. Barger a little late getting around on it. He flies out to Hunter Keithley for the second out of the ball game, folks. Down to this. Spencer up. The left fielder. There's a swing and a long fly ball in the left field. Nathan Autry is parked under it. And makes the catch. And that's the ball game. Spencer flies out to deep left field for the last out of this ball game. So Lake County had some opportunities there. They hit the ball in this last inning. They got a nice defensive play by Hunter Keithley in right field for the second out. And a nice defensive play in left field by Nathan Autry for the last out of this ball game. So Trenton is going to advance in this district tournament, and they will play again on Sunday.
We'll do it.
And they will be playing against Union City, and that will be a 1 o'clock start. And we'll be here for that ball game as well, so you can catch that ball game right here. We've enjoyed it, had fun. Any doors we need to close before we close this out, Paul, or are we pretty much done?
We're good.
Good. All right, Paul Schulze and Lee Hayes from Trenton City Park. We'll be back with you tomorrow for the finals of the winners bracket ball game. Let's take a look at what's going to go on between now and then. The next game today is going to be Humboldt and West Carroll. That's an elimination ball game. Then the winner of that one is going to play North Gibson at 7:30. That also an elimination ball game. Then at 5 o'clock tonight, we've got Dresden, who will be playing Lake County, and that is an elimination ball game as well. And so that's where we stand, Union City and Lake County in the winners bracket. And we're winding up from Shady Acres Park here in Trenton, Tennessee, and we'll see you tomorrow for more All-Star baseball, Babe Ruth baseball from the Northwest District Tournament.